All right, we are officially live. What's good, world? It's Deuce Ellis. I got my good brother Aaqil Ali in the building.
Peace. Good, my boy. Let me lift
Let
this
them know
chair.
where you checking in from, bro.
Oh, we in Mount Vernon, New York. We in Mount
Word.
Vernon.
Mount Vernon's
Money in
good.
Mount Vernon. hmm
Well, what was it like a week ago? I came out there. We locked in the studio. Showed mad love. Ate some bomb ass Jamaican food. Got a copy of Oxtail on deck. Shout out my brother Jamal Gasol. Yes. And
I mean,
yeah, we're gonna give some people time, but like that's really what kind of was the catalyst for this conversation was you was telling me at the time about NFTs and what you was doing in the NFT space.
right.
So, first of all, let the people know who you are, why they should be checking in, and then how you got into like this whole NFT thing and what your perspective on it is.
Well, I go by the name of Aaqil Ali from Mount Vernon, New York. I'm an artist, ex-football player. Um, I train kids. Small business entrepreneur. Just trying to make it out here. Um, I got into the NFTs. A friend of mine kept bugging me about it, and he kept saying, "Yo, NFTs, bro. You need to get an NFTs, bro. Like you need to." And I was just he was like the crypto, and so I was just kind of like really oblivious to the crypto. I got a lot of friends who do it. You know, um, Usually I like to invest sometimes when I have a little extra cash or something like that. I really was just kind of chilling. Next year was really going to be the year that I really wanted to really like kind of get into some stuff. But you always want to get into it when things is making sense. So what happened was my boy put me on, and I just kind of went from there. I just started going on YouTube, just getting a nice little briefing
Mm.
of what the NFT stood for,
So just
what it was about.
self-educated.
So I was just doing that for a minute. Oh, all day. Yeah, I got to. Self-education is like because I know what I would want from somebody when I teach them shit. So when people teach me things, I like for people to know that they're not wasting their time. Because when they know they're not wasting their time, they're gonna keep giving you information. So it's like
Right.
when you tell me something, so you know what? I'd be at the crib. I got a little downtime, so I'll come in here and then I just start learning because I like to be, I like to be educated because I don't like to be manipulated. And you get manipulated in things that you don't know. So
Right.
I just
Right.
started going on there, started figuring out what it was. Then I started being a little bit more specific. NFT, I started putting on the YouTube NFT music, NFT art, NFT
Okay.
photography, how to make NFT. Just everything. And I did all that shit for. I mean, I do it to this day. But when I first started, I just kept doing it. Then I was like, okay. Twitter Spaces is where it's at. Twitter.
I
So
was
then
gonna
I ended
say,
up getting on Twitter.
was there any specific YouTube channel or YouTuber that you found that was like, a good resource or that was real interesting you want to share with the people before you get into Twitter
Truthfully, I
spaces?
was just
Because
using whoever. Yeah, I was
got
just
you,
using whoever.
got
Like
you.
literally,
Like
at the
one
point
nothing super stand
at
out.
this point, I was just Well, actually, I'm on YouTube right now, so let me see if I can see something. I don't know no names offhand. I was literally like just going
Nah,
there, seeing the ones that had the most views,
yeah.
and just going on there. Yeah, but I mean, I got some there.
Nah, because I know sometimes I'll be on
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
got some
looking
good
for
joints there. But
knowledge in
yeah,
a particular realm on YouTube, it'd be like a motherfucker or a couple motherfuckers who's like real solid and they deliver their information well. I was just
hmm
seeing if there was anybody like that. But
right, right. Yeah, well, what it was is with the NFT space, you probably you just really want to get not get what you can get, but it's so like when I first was getting into it, I was just kind of just trying to get whatever information I can get. And then once I was on YouTube, I just left YouTube alone and just started going on the Twitter space because the people in the Twitter spaces, they're the ones that's making the money. Like they're the ones
so
who
what's Twitter
actually really, I mean, the
Spaces?
guys on Twitter, I mean, on Twitter spaces is basically like, is like Clubhouse on Twitter, basically. And you got
Clubhouse,
different
that's the
type of
name of
Twitter
that.
spaces depending on, I mean, it got different
Yeah.
Twitter spaces depending on like what your page is about. So you got ratchet Twitter spaces where people be talking about all type of ratchet shit. And then you got music where people talk about music. You know, some artists be on there and people be talking about all type of little random shit. And then you got NFT specific spaces where there's just rooms where you go in there and it's just people just really just trying to give you information. You know, I went in there and was just listening for like, because I ain't know none of this shit really. I knew some of it, some of the names, and I would just listen. And people was just like, they'll let you come up there speak. I would ask questions, and you just start meeting people. So then it became more of like you just really meeting people. You're meeting creatives, you're meeting digital artists, you're meeting photographers, and you hear everybody's story. You hearing people how they started, you know, how they was broke not too long ago, and they went to their daughter and got their daughter to do an NFT, and somebody bought it. You know, you just hear all these little different stories to motivate you. It's all real shit. It's not even like no
Yeah.
fake testimonies. This is real regular people. You know what I mean? So I became like kind of like obsessed with it, meaning like I just like, all right, now I'm learning information. I went, figured out how to make NFTs. I started buying my own apps. All the apps that I was learning from YouTube that they was telling me, there was like I was just taking them shits and just buying them. You know what I'm saying? So then I just started buying them, and I just started
When you
fucking with
say
it. I
buying
went and bought me
apps,
a crypto pump.
wait, hold on. When you say buying apps, what you mean?
Mhm.
Like, were you
Like,
buying other NFTs like to flip them?
nah, you can, but nah. All the NFTs that I got to flip was given to me by people who have more than
No,
me. From me,
no.
from
So
me
what did you
fucking
say
with
when
them.
you was buying apps?
Apps like you buy apps to make NFTs. You want to make them
Oh,
digital
you
art
was buying
apps
like
to make
you.
them. Yeah,
So
I
you
was.
that's
What you
what
trying
you
to
meant.
say?
You was getting resources. You was getting creative
Yeah,
resources and shit, so that you could
yeah.
have the tools and the weapons to
Right, right. So I could.
create
I
the
was like,
shit.
fuck it, I'm gonna make them on my own. Yeah, they was motivating. I'm an artist too, so I was like, all right,
Yeah,
cool. I figured
and
out
this
the
whole
different type of
NFT shit is
NFTs.
really about creative people, right? Like just having a new way
That's all it's
to
about.
turn
Right,
turn all they shit into money. All right.
right.
So
That's the
so
that's the
now
that's
now
the first aspect of it.
so you found community, right?
Found the
Step one.
community.
And then you found the tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're making them.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me the next step. How you converting these to you know, to cash for people.
So now you mingle, and now it's just all up to your. This is where it gets tricky because now you got to market. Like once you figure out how to make it or whatever, you got to find out where you fit. So
Right, right.
you find out where you fit. Like you could be a person like people think that to be in crypto you have to always invest. You could be a person who knows someone who invests, who knows someone who makes a lot of money, and you can link them and make money off that. There's so many different ways to make money in crypto in the
Right.
NFT world. So where I figured out that I fit was I'm a good marketer. I like to talk to people. So you know those people trust me. I work my way in there. I put in some work. So now when I see people who are up and coming and they got projects and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, I can at least teach them how to get a MetaMax, how to get a Coinbase wallet, you know what I mean? How to
Yeah,
create a wallet and how to get an OpenSea and and
right.
and 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 and, and, and
So
make sure that they're doing
OpenSea is
their
the
work to figure out what type of NFTs they want to make.
OpenSea is the platform you're using to sell your NFT because that's like a platform where you could both make them and you could. It's a marketplace too, right?
That's basically what it is. It's a marketplace where you can mint, sell, collect, trade, you know, all the above.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Um, and what is this community like? Like, what types of people are you meeting and like who's buying NFTs? You know what I mean? Like, I'm always interested. Like,
Right.
who the motherfuckers? You know what I mean? Reaching in their wallets for this shit.
Rich white kids at first. This is when you want to see a lot of rich white kids. And I'm
Okay.
saying like this kid's 13 years old making $100,000 off of trading, mining, you know what I mean,
Mm,
NFTs, you know, and
mm.
it varies all the way down to it's not really big black populated. Like black people are starting to get into it now. Like you're starting to see a lot of the rappers, you know, get into it. And
Yeah.
it's one of the spaces where you got to put work in. Like Drake and all them, they really be in them Twitter spaces. Like Gary V. I was in the Twitter space with Bum B not too long ago because it's like it's a whole new world. It's like it's not a world where you can just come in and throw money around because a lot of these niggas got money
Right.
and they wealthy. You know what I mean? So you just so it's like different levels on it, but it's for everybody though. Even though it's a lot of those people invest in authenticity They invest in things that's rare. They invest in things that stand out. You know what I mean? They invest in things that what's the word I'm looking for? Like renovations, like, you know, people who, you know, like just change things. So once people start doing like that beginning foundational work, then that's when they'll be able to use their mind and be like, I fit here. It's really for everybody. You're gonna meet people, but the thing is, you rich white kids, but then you're gonna start meeting people who are open-minded. Everybody's open-minded though. Even the rich white kids, they're not arrogant like how I thought they would be, because the NFT space is a space where you want to find someone to come in with a new creation so you can invest in it. So like, I want you to do this shit, because what happens is you're gonna come to me like, yo, I got an NFT. I'm like, let me see it. You're gonna say, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna look at it like, oh shit, this is fire. So what I would do is I'll be like, okay, well, Deuce, meet me at Twitter space, because you'll meet me at Twitter space. I'm gonna introduce you to all my friends. So now you come in there, and now the Twitter space be anywhere between 200 people, 150 people, sometimes 10 people, sometimes 5, but it'd be people who are all into what we do. Next thing you know, sometimes you go in different spaces and they call it shill, CHILL. Shilling means coming there and promoting your project. So they actually have like rooms where they're like, yo, come in. Oh, we got a new guy. Hey, Deuce Ellis, come on here. Talk to us. What do you do? And then that's where, you know, that's where I started to kill him. You know what I mean? I started to kill him. My name is Aaqil Ali. You know, I'm an ex-football player. A lot of those guys are fans of sports. So like, you know, like they look at you differently, like, oh, you play sports. Like, so now it's like, oh shit, he's a football player. I'm like, cool to them. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, I'm in there and we talking and they putting me on and they just start to teach you everything. And then next you know, they're like, yo, let me see your NFTs. What you got? And then you go to your OpenSea, you post your joint in there, they'll look at it. And some people are just straight like, yo, what the fuck is that? Yeah, that's a little Sean McCoy rare, boop, boop, boop. Yo, how much is that? 0.046 ETH. And niggas are just and niggas just start, they start, yo, you know what I mean?
So all your sales though have been relationship based. It's not just like you post up to, you know what I mean, whatever, to the OpenSea marketplace and then people just start buying your shit. You still gotta like finesse this network.
Well, that's what I did because it was the safest way. It's more like how I treat my music. Like streams don't change my life, but my music does stream. But I like to focus more on direct. So even with this, I came with the same thing. It's like, you know what? Right. I'd rather just deal with people hands-on, create a lane. And then as my name starts to get bigger and people start to see you more and you start to get known more for creating or whatever, then that's where people start to actually look for your stuff on the OpenSea. It's really quick because one day on the internet, you miss one day or a week, that's like equivalent to like 7 years. That's how fast this shit move. So it's like you ain't gonna really be behind, but like you kind of behind. So it's like things is moving fast. Like you got to figure out like what's the new thing, like the funks. You got the funks and you got the apes. The apes is a whole community. Stephen Curry, LaMelo Ball. You're getting a lot of, so the apes is really like a community. So a lot of these people who have joints or have creating communities, and then what's starting to happen with the apes is because more and more people are investing in it, it's starting to go up. So now the company is starting to be more exclusive. Like everybody can't afford an ape. Some of them ape is like 4 ETH. 4 ETH is like $16,000. 1 ETH is 4,000, some shit like that. 1 ETH. So a lot of times you like when people don't got like a whole ETH, they'll have like you'll hear a lot of like 0.36 ETH or 0. So I had a nigga show love and send me damn near what was 0.46 ETH. That was like 2K. Like, like close to 2K. You know what I'm saying?
For
because
one,
he gave it to me because he just felt like because he had so much money he made within a week and he wanted to get me some ETH for myself. He had enough. That's what I'm saying. It's like you just don't know who you gonna meet in this shit. You don't know a lot of these people. And then I became their therapist. Like, see, a lot of these fucking people in the NFT world, narcissists. They're geniuses. They're geniuses, but you know, like I said, some of them come from places where they're rich and they have a hard time relating to people, or you know, they have like, you know what I mean, or they're spending a lot of time this NFT shit. A lot of people spend a lot of time on it. They start like bugging out, like not going crazy, but they become obsessed with creating and staying on these Twitter spaces for hours, and you know, it gets crazy.
Yeah. Everybody trying to get up next. All right, that's beautiful. So what's so because I seen that last joint that you posted on your page. It's like a quick maybe like 16-second video that you had. It's like a fly background and like some bars from you. Was
Right.
that an NFT? Is that something that you like creating in that type of art space,
Well, that's more of a that would be
or is
like a
that just
light
music
NFT.
promo?
It could, yeah, this is music promo, digi art,
Okay,
but it could if I wanted to. I mean, if I wanted to create an NFT a couple months ago, that would have been a decent NFT. That'd have been a cool one. Somebody probably would have jumped on that. But
right,
now, because of the way, like a lot of people are getting into it, you just want to, you can add so much stuff to it. Because what you really want to do is you want to create variety, and then also you just don't want to just put anything because I think my lyrics is remember it's rich white boys, so I may come in there spitting some shit, but what would make them want to get that NFT if they're not even in the hip hop?
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a big hip hop. There is a big hip hop community in the NFT world, but just so what it is like I started to study some of the other NFT guys, and you just want to take your time with it because you just want to strike. Because once you strike, it's going to hit. But you just want to make sure you do it right. So some people are rushing into it because they're seeing people
Right.
making money. Everybody's NFT. But for real, if you're not really linking with people who actually have Ethereum, then it ain't even gonna
Hmm.
make sense. Like for instance, the boxer that just won, Crawford,
Hmm.
he has an NFT out. And soon, and on his NFT, as soon as I clicked on the joint on Facebook, I clicked on the link sent me right to my MetaMax account and right to my Ethereum account because I have ETH. So I
Right.
could get the NFT if I wanted, and it really wasn't really expensive. So
Right.
it was
Right.
0.01 ETH, which is like almost like I think like $1. And the reason why he did it like that is so you get a million motherfuckers to buy it. It's $1. So you got a million
Yeah.
fans. Now you got $1 million, bro. And then now
Easy.
you get 20. Now everybody who invested in it and bought it, you get 20%, depending on how much you spend how you set your royalties for the floor. You get
Oh,
20% off of each person who invested. So you're getting money off the people who invest. You know what I'm
yeah. The
saying?
people who
So
was
they
like
they
trying to
winning
flip
by
it.
donating for the 1-on-1. So he has a 1-on-1. So eventually they're gonna take it off the market. So whoever jumps on that, and then when he takes it off the market, then it's gonna be what do you call it? What do you call a rarity? It's gonna be like a rariable,
Yeah.
a rariable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now
Collectible
it's
and shit.
it's one of so yeah so right so it raises its value. So now whoever had it, you can sell it. So like that's what an NFT is. An NFT basically is a non-fungible token, which means that like this is a catch package and this is a catch package, but this one dropped out of Michael Jackson's bag. You know what I'm saying? And I got documentation, like there's a picture of it, and I got video. I can actually sell the video of
Right.
Michael Jackson. I'm just using him, somebody famous, dropping
Yeah.
it, me picking it up, and saying I'm keeping it. So now I got the video, and then now I can take a picture of this shit and digitize it, and I can
Right.
sell it. I can put it on auction and sell it to someone because it's a catch up. Even though these are both now, this catch up package is always going to be $1. This shit it
Right.
can't go up. But because this shit right here, they both catch a package, but because this one was dropped out of the bag, it gives it more value. And that's kind of another way that NFT works. Like sometimes when photographers take pictures, they'll take pictures in buildings that you can't get into. Like you'll get arrested
Mm.
if you go into. So some of them.
Yep. Hold on. I think we lost you for a second. Let's see. Bring your mic back. There we go.
Yes,
There we go.
yes. Somebody called me. Um,
Oh, okay.
damn, what the fuck was I just saying?
Oh, photographers and like buildings they should people can't be allowed into, and how that creates more value,
So what they'll do
or
is
just
like
creating value for the NFTs.
right. Like some people, what they'll do is they'll go to fucking Hawaii and take a picture of like the waterfall, and they'll digitize it and add motion to it. So now
Right.
a person who has like a metaverse of artwork will buy it, put it on their digital wall. So now when you go into the metaverse and you click on it, you have like a fucking exclusive picture of Hawaii with the waterfall. Like that's what they're into. They're into, a
Wait.
lot of people.
So, because you just tapped into something else, and I didn't know how these two worlds would intersect, but I'm glad you just said what you said. the
Right.
metaverse,
Right.
because
Right. Right.
that's like the next wave of how people is going to be living. One,
Well, it's here
let me
now.
just let me just confirm. You mean to tell me someone who purchases NFT from me can take that and enjoy that in their metaverse?
Right. Or
So
you could, if you get cool with them, you could rent space. You could pay ETH to rent space in their metaverse, especially if it's lit, and you can have
yeah,
your own art room in there where people are going in their metaverse to shop, and then they got fucking
yeah,
live people going in there, and people buy your artwork from there. To where it would be like this. You see how we in my crib right now?
yeah,
Now you see my wall. There's only one
yeah,
picture, but like with the metaverse, when they come with them sunglasses, when I put on the glasses and I look behind me, you'll be able to see my digital art. My
yeah.
glasses will make it appear. So that's what that whole metaverse shit is. It's like it's glasses, and it's just basically going to allow people to go from reality to the virtual world. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing now.
So that's
I'm
so that's
seeing
another
also,
selling point to an album.
especially if it's an album that people couldn't hear otherwise, like somebody could only hear that, even just that song. You know what I mean? Because song, you can make a song rare, and it's only something that people could hear in their metaverse house. It make
Right,
beats for like people's metaverse cribs, and you can only get these beats for your, you know what I mean, or
right.
for your nightclub.
Like that,
That. All right.
she's the only one I got it. Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing that the exclusive. I can't even pronounce it. I'm about to create a word.
Exclusivity.
Exclusivity. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exclusivity. Yeah. So, and then also it's like it allows people to sell different things. So, for instance, like you got oxtail right here, right? So let's just say this is the regular NFT where for $20 you get the CD and the album cover, and inside you got the album cover inside. So this would be like a good collector's item, whatever. Okay, cool. But then you could say for $50, when you turn on the back, this QR code. When you scan this, you get to see one of you and Jamal Gasol's videos. So me
Wow.
and you could be walking down the street wearing glasses, but I got the deluxe version of Oxtail, and he got the regular version. So we listen to the same album, but I got 6 extra songs because I spent a
Yeah.
little bit more money with you. You know what I mean? I spent a little more money with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I got 6 extra songs and 2 videos, and he got you know what I'm saying?
Or whatever
So
other experience we
that's
could throw
basically
in
where
there.
we're walking into. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we're walking into, man. Like, so
That's
like that's
fire.
why I've been taking my time because I'm already cooking up my album. I got an NFT art. I already got a 3D NFT art. I already got an NFT community. So that's why I kind of like. And now when you get them to support, bro, and the higher up start pushing your album, it's way different than getting a fucking verse from someone out here because you make way more money. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
so, like that's why I kind of like. I've always been curious to find my niche and other things outside of things. So that's why I tell people like when they do it, I know some people ain't gonna put in a lot of work that I'm doing. Like you got to really be on some type of time to really put in this work. And but I feel like it's just one of those things, man. Once you break down that door, it's lit.
Word. That's fire. That's fire. How much work would you say you're putting in these days into this work?
Um, well, I slowed down on purpose. The last week. But like definitely hours, man, because what also starts to happen is you start to really actually start to like get cool with some of these people in the Twitter spaces. It
Right.
it'll consume you in a very positive way because, like I said, people in there are very inviting. And then it goes from
Right.
NFT space. People are regular people too. So it goes from NFT spaces to therapy or open spaces. So now, what another way I worked my way in there was I'm a little bit older than some of them. You know what I mean? So they know I play ball. So like it goes from the NFT spaces to like the things that they're not good at. Like yo, how was it to play football or like you know what I mean? Like da da da. And then
Yeah.
now I become like a big brother. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So like
Because yeah,
what
you
I've
said it's
always
a
known
lot of
about
younger
people is
niggas
like
in
no
this
matter how
space.
much money you got, yeah, sometimes yes, it varies, man. You may have like there's 13-year-olds who have their own Twitter spaces, and you got 40-year-old men in there I wouldn't say bowing down, but dead ass just listening to the nigga to a point where
Yeah,
we're telling him like he don't even got to be in school no more really, because the kid speaks very well. He's very articulate. He already knows how to make money. Like, you just wasting your time, and you're gonna be arguing with your teachers all day because he's mad smart. The kid like
yeah. And plus, we know that these kids are on to the new wave like intuitively because
for
they're
sure.
born into it. You know what I mean? They're born with iPads in their hands and shit. So
You know, and they're fearless, which is a good thing when they have balance. Like, when you got a kid in a 2-parent household and he's getting love and he's fearless, he's gonna figure out some shit. But when you got a
that's
kid
fine.
out there who was raised in like a 1-parent home and there's an unbalance and he's out there in the streets and he's fearless, he's gonna body something. So there's the only difference between that white boy that I be knowing and a lot of these black kings is just the structure and the environment. All these little black kids out here, smart as fuck doing the scamming shit. That scamming shit is not, the best thing to do, but some of the little methods these little motherfuckers be doing, bro, this should be genius, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's just resources. If they had access to the same type resources, they'd be applying that genius mind to those type resources, which is why, we're doing shit like this just to continue to like, if there's a couple people on here who like start doing their own due diligence, figure it out and make some bread off of this, create, be a part of the new wave, that's what we're here for.
Right. And the thing is too, it's not really new. Um, it like Nipsey Hussle did NFTs a minute ago. Like, this is about 6, 7 years old. Nipsey Hussle,
Yeah,
when people see what happened was it wasn't being promoted. Dame Dash, Dame Dash went to court with Jay-Z because he wanted to NFT his share of the Reasonable Doubt album. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right.
it's just like Nipsey. He was one of the first people where, on his album he had a QR code, and then when you
I
scan the
remember
QR
it.
code, you was able to see exclusive footage of him in the studio, or videos and things like that. So he been on it, and that's why Jay-Z invested 100 shares, because what I mean, he saw, so that's why brothers like Nipsey, they got rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Because not only was he about to teach black kings how to eat healthy, you know, uh, raise their vibrations, and how to be entrepreneurs, he was about to teach in the NFT world, which is self-sufficiency, and you don't got to go to work. I'm seeing people when doing the NFTs and shit making enough money to quit their jobs. So
Like
that's why when I'm
creating and
seeing it,
selling
I'm hearing these
NFTs.
stories. Yeah, selling, investing, flipping. Like, some of these
Mm,
people are really good at this shit. Like, this is what they do. They know how to find people
mm.
who got good projects. People align, create projects. They know how to market. They come from money. It's really a rich man's game at first, but then it's for everybody. But for real, for the more money you got, and you start making
Because they
ease,
need the
especially if
creatives.
people like, hmm you got people doing all type of beautiful. I'm on Twitter all the time because the art, like, people be creating some crazy shit. They be creating their own like characters, 3D shit. People be taking the sun and the moon and having solar flares come out. This one lady does shit with fucking, like, she creates like these white people, and it'd be like water in the background, and it's kind of creepy, but it's beauty in it. Like, and they'd be like,
Mm,
like shit like that. Like, I mean, but it's like 3D. It's almost like some shit, but it's like they're creating that, and then they create all these little different emotions. And it used to bug me out, but then when you get into the art space, it's like, how the fuck do they do that? You know what I'm saying? And
mm.
that's the type of NFTs that people be buying, like shit where you like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, because it's a world that some don't understand unless they understand art. So I've always understood the value of art and how you put your own value and create it. And now this just gives it a platform for people who have been artists, like Vincent Van Gogh, and Leonardo da Vinci would have been fucking billionaires right now if this shit was around. But
Mm.
before having the internet, a lot of artists wouldn't get their roses until it was dead. That's when the paintings would get more worth. So yeah, man, this is a whole nother, it's just a whole dope independent lane that scares people. But the more and more research they do on their own, they'll start to develop, like, it starts to be more simplified. But it's some steps that, for me, I'm usually more positive about it.
Okay.
But now I just can't. I just from all the times I've tried to help people, and from all the information I've tried to give people, sometimes people just want you to give them the information. They want you to do everything for them. So
Right.
this is
Right.
just really for the people who really like the people who grind and people who self sufficient. This is they're gonna eat this shit up. They're gonna
Well,
if they
tell me.
already have that in them. But the people who just be moving the fear, and it's gonna be tough
Well,
on them.
whoa. Tell me this. Tell me this. I'm gonna just throw this out there. Maybe we'll cook on this after this, and we'll end towards this note. Maybe we'll put together like a course. You know what I mean? A little crash course that we could show people. You know what I mean? With some screenshots and shit from like A to B of at least how to create. You know what I mean? Get in the marketplace and put their shit up. Like I know it's mad resources, but like it's different when we create it for us. Um, so I'm gonna just throw that out
Um,
there as a seed because I'm gonna
I wouldn't
dive
mind. I mean,
into.
it take.
I'm gonna dive
Yeah.
into, but
I mean,
like,
what it is, it's so much like to it's so much it's so much information for people to find out. Like to do that would just be more like we'll be better off just creating one or something and showing people how to, you know what I mean? Because it's like it's where
mm,
I'm at right now. It,
mm,
it's kind of it ain't backtracking me, but it's just more like I want to help people, but I'm not even where I want to be at in this space. You know what I'm saying? So a
gotcha.
lot of reasons why I never really get to where I need to get is because I always slow down and want to. So by the time I'm slowing down, shit gonna take me out of my loop of. So it's like let people. It's like I can't. This is not one of the things where we could just keep spoon feeding. People gonna have to put in that
You
work,
said
bro. You want
this
to
one is
make them
moving
do it.
too fast. This one
Yeah,
moving too
you
fast.
want to
You're
make
saying.
you want to make people do it. Like you want to make people because it's not if we sit there and we do it, they're gonna watch it, but they're still not getting active. Like you got to get active with it. They got to learn to be self sufficient. That's what the NFTs is. It's like you gotta let people kind of walk on their own for a little bit. So now when they come and they understand certain things, now when we do the videos, they'll understand because you're gonna have to break down all the terms for them. You gonna it's certain words like it's like they're gonna have to put in that work, or they're gonna have to pay for it. Like
Gotcha.
that's how it is in the Twitter Spaces now. They got the paid joints. Some people charge people like $1 because it's just it's too much just to sit and give people information that they can get for free. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right. Right.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
And
yo.
then some people be quitting. I think that's why I'm a little discouraged because I try to help people with this. They be motivated in the beginning and then they just disappear. And then I'm chasing them, trying to help them. It's like, damn, I could have been doing a project with my man in Ireland. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted
Right.
to do these Zoom meetings with these people. You know what I mean? So it's one of the things where I want to get to where I need to get and then lead by example and then kind of do it like that. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
we can always figure out a way to kind of help them, organically. But yeah, just I
Yeah.
know you like me, you're a genuine nigga. But one thing I've learned is to kind of
Nah,
balance it
I
out.
meant we
Because
was gonna sell the
yeah,
course, nigga. That shit was.
well,
I said
this,
we made a
yeah,
course.
yeah, for sure.
It wasn't gonna be for. It was gonna be for a nice, reasonable. You know what I mean?
You know what we could do? This what we could do.
Huh?
I got a better idea. Like I said, we
Hit
got
me.
the Twitter Spaces. So the Twitter Spaces, people can buy
Gotta learn
tickets.
Twitter Spaces.
So
What?
my Twitter Spaces, well, mine's is monetized because I've done so
Okay.
many Twitter Spaces. I've had
You
enough
didn't put.
people. You get to a point where
Uh-huh.
they'll let you monetize it. So now
Okay.
what I can do is I can actually have tickets. So like just to say we just wanted to charge people $1. That's it. $1. And we wanted to create 50 $1 or $1 for an hour session or an
Mm.
hour for different and you can create tickets and they will actually be able to buy tickets on Twitter
Wow.
and we can see everybody who buys the tickets and everything. Yeah.
Shout out to Jack
This a reason
for that one.
the reason why I really the reason why I got to this point is because I spent a lot like I love helping people. And
Right.
sometimes helping people um without having an even energy exchange makes the universe bring so many people. And then what happens is my inbox is mad people who want me to specific. I got a lot of family. I play pro football. I'm an artist. It's mad people who just like basically tell me or help me with the NFTs, on me because they know I know how to explain it. So then it's to the
Right.
point where it's just like, well, shit, y'all gonna have to support me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to if you really want my time because it's like now it gets to a point like you really start to understand when you need to charge people when your services are really when people really want your services and you need your services for yourself.
No,
Like
that's why I was. That's why I
that's
was
the reason
asking
why
if
I
you
make
want to
people
charge
pay.
for a course.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh
real.
no, yeah. for sure. I do a lot of shit for free too. It depends on really how much time I got. But for lately, the mindset that I have and the people I'm around now is I'm around people, they hyenas, bro. We share, but we put in the work. So we look at other human beings like, y'all not, if you're not with us, you ain't down, like, because it's like, you know what I mean? People bullshitting out here, bro. And we in tough times right now. So it's just like, you know what I mean? I just try to, you know, you want people just to show that they willing to row the boat. Once people start showing they willing to row the boat, and that's what people are losing. They're losing that humbleness. Like when I was a football player and I wanted to play football, I had to show my coach like, yeah, I want to be there. I wasn't really depending on him to just give me the ropes. I had to show him like, yeah, I want to be coached. And people are losing that. They're entitled. So you know what I mean? So for all entitled people, I'm making them go around, because you know this information and everything is just, it's all organic, bro. You know what I mean? And it's time consuming. Definitely time consuming. You know, because I've been on Twitter Spaces for like hours, bro. That's how I got all this information, man. Just really putting in crazy work, man.
Gotcha.
You know, and I don't mind making it easier for other people, but shit, you know, support. Come on to Twitter Spaces with us. 2 hours. I'll call some of the higher ups. I'll call some of the big dogs to come in there.
Is there like a time?
And people will be able to get. Well, I didn't do it yet, but I'll figure out like, you know, a good time when. Yeah.
Or like whenever you go on
I can't see nobody. You can see it.
No, I was just gonna say whenever you in the Twitter Spaces, or like just let me know a space to hop in. Like I guess I could just start looking up like NFT music and shit. But like if you know what I mean, like you got some cool people to like intro to. I'll start, you know what I mean, saying what's up. And then I'll find my own too and like introduce you in those joints. So I bomb.
Because them joints it's a family, it's like a big community, man. Like it got to a point where people were inboxing it and I wasn't there for a couple of days. And it's like, yo, I see you in the Spaces, man. What's going on? You good? Like it starts to become like a nice little small family. But yeah, man. It's dope. It's dope, man.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate your time, your energy, the knowledge and wisdom that you just dropped on me personally and on the people that tuned in. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. I hope y'all took notes and shit. And yeah, we're going to get busy, man. Do your own research. This is the moral of the story, because you'll get rewarded based on the amount of work that you put in. Aaqil, we'll stay in tune. Appreciate you, King. And yeah, man, this has been real.
No, bro.
Peace.
Peace.